Have you ever had one of those moments? You're thinking about an old friend you haven't seen in years, and suddenly your phone rings, and it's them. Or you're wrestling with a huge life decision. You ask the universe for a sign, and the very next billboard you see contains the exact word you needed to hear. You might laugh it off, call it a weird coincidence, a fluke. But what if it's not? What if you're dismissing the most important conversation you could ever have? We live our lives believing we are subjects in a random world, adrift in a sea of chaotic, meaningless events. We feel disconnected, unheard, and alone in our struggles. This belief forces us to ignore the whispers, the nudges, the winks from reality itself. We've been taught that this is just how the world works. But this belief is a cage. It keeps you from realizing a profound truth. You are not a passive observer of your life. You are in a direct, active dialogue with a living, intelligent universe. Those moments of strange and meaningful coincidence are not random. They are signals. They are the language of reality, and learning to speak it is the key to unlocking your true power and purpose. These events, which the psychologist Carl Jung named synchronicities, are messages from what we could call a living matrix of meaning. They are evidence that you are connected to a responsive intelligence that is constantly communicating with you. When you dismiss them as mere coincidence, you are essentially hanging up the phone on the universe. You are ignoring a direct line of communication designed specifically for your personal guidance and transformation. Think about the times these events have happened. It's often during periods of intense personal growth, breakthroughs, or major life decisions. This is not by accident. Synchronicities accelerate when you are making a significant shift because they are a signal of alignment. They are the universe's way of confirming that your inner state, your thoughts, your emotions, your vibration, is beginning to harmonize with the external world. You are tuning your personal frequency to the frequency of your desired reality, and these signs are the feedback, the echo, saying, "You're getting warmer." The perception of these signs sharpens dramatically when you are open to them. It's a feedback loop. The more you acknowledge them, the more they appear. You are telling the universe, "I'm listening." And the universe responds, "I have so much more to tell you." But how can this be possible? How can your internal state influence the world out there? This is where we must look beyond classical materialistic science and into the realms of quantum physics and neuroscience. Our old way of thinking sees the world as a collection of separate, solid objects. But quantum mechanics, the most successful scientific theory in history, tells us something radically different. At the fundamental level, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. The famous double-slit experiment proved that the very act of observation, of consciousness, affects what happens at the quantum level. An electron behaves as a wave of infinite possibilities until it is observed, at which point it collapses into a single particle in a specific location. The observer effect is not just a quirky lab experiment, it's a metaphor for a profound truth. Your consciousness is not separate from reality. It is actively participating in shaping it. This is supported by neuroscience. Your brain is equipped with a filtering mechanism known as selective attention. You are bombarded with billions of bits of information every second, but you only perceive a tiny fraction of it. What determines the fraction you perceive? Your beliefs, your focus, your emotional state. In other words, your frequency. When you start to believe in a meaningful universe, your brain literally starts filtering for evidence to support that belief. You start noticing the resonant information that was there all along. The challenge is that for most of your life, your subconscious mind has been conditioned with the opposite belief. Neuroscience has shown that the subconscious, which governs around 95% of your daily behavior, is a repository of your past experiences and emotional memories. If you've been conditioned to believe life is hard, random, and meaningless, your subconscious will diligently filter your reality to prove that true. You will literally be blind to the magic and meaning all around you. Your old identity, the ego self built on these past conditionings, actively resists this new perspective because it threatens its very existence. The ego thrives on control and predictability. A world that communicates in symbols and whispers is frightening to it. So, it rationalizes. It dismisses. It says, "That's just a coincidence." This dismissal is a defense mechanism to keep you locked in the familiar, predictable prison of your old identity. To break free, you have to bypass this conscious resistance and speak directly to the subconscious. You must recondition it to accept a new fundamental truth. The universe is on your side. You do this not through force, but through attention and feeling. So, how do you begin this conversation and make this rapid shift? It starts with a simple yet profound act. Set a clear intention. Speak it out loud or write it down. Universe, I am now open to receiving your guidance. Show me the way. Show me that you are listening. By doing this, you are priming your own consciousness. You are telling your selective attention filter what to look for. You are becoming an observer with intent. But noticing is only the first step. The second, and more crucial step, is to pay attention to the feeling. A true synchronicity is not just a mental observation. It's a physical event. Carl Jung called this quality numinosity. It's that electric jolt, the goosebumps on your arms, that deep, resonant feeling in your gut that stops you in your tracks and makes you say, "Whoa, this is different." This feeling is your body's way of telling you that this isn't just your mind playing tricks or engaging in simple pattern recognition. This is a signal with a high energy charge. It is a direct communication from the field. When you feel that numinous charge, you are experiencing the observer effect in real time. Your conscious attention, charged with intention and emotion, is momentarily aligning with the quantum field, and that alignment is collapsing a wave of possibility into a meaningful physical experience. A sign. You are literally pulling meaning out of the static. This dialogue with the universe doesn't happen in plain English. It is a symbolic and deeply personalized language. The universe will not send you an email that says, "Quit your job on Tuesday." Instead, it might show you a recurring animal motif, like a hawk circling overhead every time you feel trapped or are contemplating freedom. It might present you with repeating number sequences like 1111 or 444 on clocks, license plates, and receipts, just as you're thinking about a new beginning or needing confirmation that you're supported. These symbols are not a one-size-fits-all dictionary. A hawk might mean freedom to you, but it could mean something entirely different to someone else. The purpose of this communication is not to inform you, but to transform you. The symbol is a catalyst. It's designed to bypass your logical mind and provoke a deeper awareness within you. It's meant to make you ask, "What does this mean to me right now?" It reflects your own inner journey back to you, inviting you to see your life from a higher perspective. This is where the concept of quantum entanglement becomes a powerful metaphor. Entangled particles remain connected, mirroring each other's state instantaneously, no matter how far apart they are. In the same way, your inner world and the outer world are non-locally entangled. A shift in your consciousness, a decision made, a new belief embraced, is instantaneously reflected in the matrix of reality. Synchronicity is the visible evidence of this invisible connection. Ancient spiritual traditions have understood this for millennia. Vedanta philosophy speaks of Brahman, the ultimate unified reality, the single consciousness of which everything in the universe, including you, is a part. From this perspective, the separation between you and the world is an illusion. A synchronicity, then, is simply the universe talking to itself. It's Brahman winking at Brahman through you. How do you integrate this into your daily life? The most powerful practice you can adopt is to start a synchronicity journal. It's simple. When one of these numinous, meaningful events occurs, write it down. But don't just write down what happened. This is crucial. Also, write down what you were thinking or feeling in the moment right before it happened. What question were you asking? What struggle were you having? What desire were you focusing on? This context is everything. Over time, as you review your journal, you will begin to see a narrative emerging. You will see that the universe is not just sending you random symbols. It is telling you a story, the story of your own becoming. You will see how its guidance has been perfectly tailored to your journey all along. And now, I want you to put this into practice immediately. This isn't just a video to be consumed, it's an activation. Right now, in the comments below, I want you to share one synchronicity you've experienced recently. It doesn't matter how small or silly you might think it is. Maybe you saw a feather in an odd place. Maybe you heard the same obscure phrase 3 times in one day. By sharing it, you are anchoring its reality. You are signaling to yourself and to the universe that you are paying attention. Let's create a collective field of awareness, a public journal of magic, right here, right now. You will likely notice that as you commit to this path, the synchronicities multiply, especially during times of major change. When you decide to leave a relationship, start a new career, or embark on a deep healing journey, it's like you've decided to change your destination in a cosmic GPS. The system recalibrates. This is what many call a timeline shift. As your internal vibration fundamentally changes, the external world must reconfigure to match it. The flood of signs and synchronicities you experience during these periods serves as confirmation and guidance. They are the breadcrumbs on your new path, assuring you that you're heading in the right direction. This is where epigenetics offers a stunning biological parallel. Pioneering scientists like Dr. Bruce Lipton have shown that our beliefs and perceptions, which generate emotional frequencies, directly influence our genetic expression. When you change your mind, you are literally sending new chemical signals to your cells that can rewrite your biological reality. This internal shift in your energetic signature is precisely what the universe is responding to. It's not just in your head, it's a full-body cellular transformation. But with this increased sensitivity comes the inevitable challenge of doubt. Your old programming will resurface. A part of you will ask, am I just making all this up? Is it just confirmation bias? This is the ego trying to regain control. The key is not to fight the doubt. Fighting it gives it energy. Instead, acknowledge it, and then gently return your focus to a state of curiosity and trust. Remember, these signs are a navigation system, but they are not the car. They reflect your alignment, but they do not replace your need for personal courage and decisive action. The universe will confirm the path, but you are the one who must walk it. So we arrive at the core message, the ultimate secret of this cosmic language. You are in a constant flowing dialogue with an intelligent, responsive universe, and synchronicities are the vocabulary of that conversation. They are feedback, guidance, and love notes from the source of all that is. But here is the final piece of the puzzle, and it's the most beautiful part. The synchronicities are intentionally incomplete. The universe does not give you the entire roadmap in a single download. It gives you one puzzle piece at a time. Why? Because this journey is not about arriving at a final destination where you have all the answers. It is about fostering a state of continuous movement, perpetual curiosity, and active co-creation. If you had the whole picture, you would stop moving. You would stop growing. The incompleteness of the guidance is a divine strategy to keep you engaged, to keep you asking questions, to keep you participating in the unfolding of your own destiny. So the ultimate call to action is this: stop trying to figure it all out. Let go of the need for the complete picture. Instead, take the fragment you have been given today, that number, that song, that feeling, and embrace it fully. Ask not, what does this sign mean? Ask a better question. What is this sign inviting me to become? What quality of being, courage, trust, surrender, creativity, is it asking me to embody right now? The true power is not in decoding the message, but in becoming the living embodiment of its frequency. Step into that alignment, vibrate with that truth, and then watch with awe as your entire reality rearranges itself around you, not by your force of will, but by your state of being. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of worlds. It is time to remember who you are.